So I was. It's called Anyone. Sorry, it's called Anyone for Tennis. I was a Wimbledon line judge for 20 years, and they got rid of line judges this year at Wimbledon, so it felt like a good time to write this show. And it's a memoir really of those days on court, and it's also a bit of a love letter to the game because I'm obsessed with the game.
So for those of us who aren't well clued up on Wimbledon, what is a line judge?
So line judge is the person who they kind of support the umpire by calling the lines, seeing whether the ball was in or out on the lines.
Okay.
So you would have one line that you would cover for the whole of the shift that you were on. It might be the baseline, it might be one of the sidelines, or you're just judging the serve.
Fab. And the show itself is very. You said it's like a memoir meets love letter thing, and you kind of mentioned what it seems to be in the press release that AI this year replaced the kind of
Yeah.
human
Call it
language.
electric line calling. So it was yes, it was the Hawkeye system.
Hmm. And how do you feel about that? About taking away the human side of it?
Just completely sad, to be honest. I think when I first started writing the show, I thought, oh, it's not because I retired from umpiring quite a long time ago.
Mhm.
And when I first started writing, I thought, well, fair enough. Other tournaments use it. It's it's where the game is going now. And I wasn't that sentimental. But when I started writing it and remembering the stories and also watching Wimbledon this year, I just got massively saddened by the whole thing. Because Wimbledon is, of all the Grand Slams, of all the tennis tournaments, it's the one that really loves its tradition.
Mhm.
And the line judges with their silly costumes standing at the back of the court, not being there, it just felt like something was really missing.
And you've taken that something that's missing and you're bringing it to Edinburgh. Um, so
Like missing.
tell us a wee bit then about you because you've got I'm just looking here, you've got a cracking career behind you, haven't you? You're continuity announcer, teacher, antenatal teacher even, umpire and comedian.
Yes, so I'm the most nearly famous person you've never met. Well, I've done a lot of, I used to introduce the programs on the BBC and on ITV and Channel 5. And I went into comedy about 10 years ago. So I've sort of flitted with a lot of things. I've been looking for, I've had a thoroughly enjoyable career doing lots of different things, but I've always been the one at the front, the one wanting all the attention. It's like I'm also a fitness instructor, I'm the oldest, fattest person in the exercise class, but I'm the one at the front.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice, and it's my moves, it's my work, and I really love that. And so when I first did comedy, it was like, oh, I think this is what I'd been looking for all along.
So I don't know who this person is, but your stand-up career was inspired by Shaparak Korzandi?
Shappy Khorsandi.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Is it?
She uses her full name these days, Shaparak. Shappy Khorsandi is an absolutely an Edinburgh favourite as well, actually. She's an Iranian comedian. She came here when she was 5 years old. She was a refugee. And she's been going on the circuit for probably 20, 25 years. And I went to see her live and she was so brilliant. But I turned to my husband in the interval and said, oh my God, she's just like me. She's the woman in her 40s talking about her kids. And he was like, yep, that's what they are. That's what they do. And it had never occurred to me to try comedy before, which is really weird because as soon as I told people I was going to start doing it, they said, well, yeah, of course. That's exactly, I'm always the one trying to be funny. So it seemed like a really natural thing, but it had never occurred to me before. But that amazing thing of if you can see it, you can be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing something.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. And funnily enough that that your previous roles were continuity announcer. I literally just put an application in for the BBC like today.
Oh, good luck.
To do continuity announcing because they're looking for people for BBC Scotland. So I keep everything crossed.
Oh, to me yesterday, I could have helped you with your application.
I know. You could have put my demo together for me.
Yeah.
And now on BBC, what? I'm not good. Anyway, tell us about the show. Like, obviously, you're a bit storytelling, observational. What kind of stories are you going to be telling us when you're on stage in Edinburgh?
I'm going to be dishing the dirt. I've got some stories about players. Nice. My era was kind of the 90s and the noughties. So Ivanisevic and Agassi and Steffi Graf and the Williams sisters, those kinds of people. Those are my era. So I've got lots of stories about that. I've got stories about being a 10-year-old umpire, which is when I started, literally,
Wow.
and how precocious is that? What a brat. What kind of kid wants to tell other kid, oh, you put your feet in the wrong place, oh, the ball was out. So that's me. And yeah, so lots of stories of that, and also how when I stopped umpiring, I fell in love with tennis as a fan again and as a player. And honestly, I'm 58 now and I play the best tennis of my life. I'm playing better than when I was 15 because I've got an old head on my shoulders and I'm wise and my mentality is so much better and I just enjoy it. Yeah, so it's
Do
all
you
of
think that's the case then, that you've taken a step back from the kind of behind, we'll call it behind the scenes, right? But
yeah.
from the behind the scenes thing, taking a step back and it's allowed you to be a fan again.
Oh yeah, because as an umpire, you were never allowed. If you watched a tennis match, you weren't allowed to clap, even if you weren't in uniform. You had to sit completely still and not cheer for anybody and not even clap a good point. And I had to learn to do that all over again, which was
Wow.
fascinating when I went back. So yeah, and Andy Murray started playing just after I left. And oh my God, if you're going to learn to shout, imagine trying not to yell when Andy Murray was playing.
That's
So I
very
spent the
true.
last 20 years yelling at my telly, and you are welcome because I don't think you'd have made it without me.
Well, there you go. That's it. Well, do you know what? Thank you on behalf of uh, Scotland, I guess.
The world,
Yeah,
yes.
but
Oh.
what's this about performing with Sandy Tosvig? What's the story behind that? Or can you tell me? Or is that a
Oh
spoiler?
yeah, you remember she was sadly it's now gone, but she helped to found the Women's Equality Party,
Mm-hmm.
which has recently folded because of course we've got full equality now and everything's fantastic.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
So they had their conference, I think it was last year, and she was doing a performance at the end, and she brought in some comedians to support her, and we got to meet her and perform with her, and my God, she was lovely. God, she was lovely.
She seems like a
But
powerhouse as well, though.
yeah, they say never meet your heroes, but you can if it's Sandy Toksvig.
There
In
you
fact, I
go.
met her and she went to shake my hand and I said, nah, and I gave her a big hug because
Oh.
she's known for always hugging the guests on QI.
Mhm.
So if I'm going to meet you, I'm having a Sandy hug, and she was lovely, tiny and lovely. And
Love it. Wait, she's tiny.
she's tiny. I'm
She
only
comes. Maybe,
4 and she's much smaller than me.
maybe it's her personality that kind of makes her seem. Because I always picture Sandy Tosvig as quite large, but not large as
No,
in.
absolutely tiny. Yeah.
Wow.
Pocket rocket. I bet it's because she's such a grown up. You kind of think she knows, because she does. She knows everything. She's so
Yeah,
intelligent.
yeah.
One thinks of her as, as a grown up that you look up to.
So
Yeah.
coming into your 40s and deciding, yeah, I'm gonna give comedy a go, to be nominated as BBC New Comedian of the Year.
Yeah.
For something that you just went, I'm going to give that a go, to having that nomination. How was that? Was that kind of like a almost like a pat in the back, like a welcome, say, yeah, you're doing the right thing here.
Yeah, that was a huge opportunity. I drove to Cardiff for it on a really hot day, I remember. As part of the BBC New Comedian competition, so that was amazing. There have been loads of these, individual events that just like, I performed very early on in my career as well. I got the opportunity to perform alongside Harry Hill and
Oh, wow.
just very exciting things. And you do in comedy, you see people doing new material, and you might gig with somebody who's your absolute idol. In fact, one of the pinnacles was at my own local theatre a couple of years ago. Shappi Khorsandi came and performed there, and she asked me to open for her. And I
Oh,
got
wow.
the opportunity to tell that audience, this woman is why I am here.
Mhm.
Look at me now. It was such a lovely thing. It was such a nice thing.
Like a full circle moment there as well, isn't it? You're taking it all the way around.
In a big theatre.
And how are you feeling about bringing this show to Edinburgh? Are you quite excited? Are you nervous? Are you what's your emotions at the moment?
Definitely both. With I'm a week to go now. My show starts on Friday, and we're recording this on Friday. So yeah, I'm at that. Oh, I'm not ready. But also because I did masses of publicity during Wimbledon for it, I've got fantastic pre-sales, which is wonderful for me. So I know I've got an audience. I know people are waiting to hear it. So that is really exciting. And I learned very early on. It's a thing that comedians say. If you're nervous, it's not nerves, it's adrenaline, and that's what's going to make me. So I'm looking forward to coming in and playing and having fun with the audience.
Excellent. I can't wait to see it as well. I mean, when you've got somebody like Joe Lycett saying that your joke writing is exquisite,
I mean,
I,
right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean,
He was in the audience for a show that I did, and I was nervous because he was there, and he's got a very distinctive laugh. And I did one joke, and it's a joke I'm very proud of. In fact, I've kept it in this show, even though it's not wildly relevant to tennis. I've kept it because I'm so proud of it. And I came off, and I just went over to him and said, "There was a moment in my set where you suddenly laughed really loud, and I grew an inch, and I just felt so much more confident for the rest of the set." And he said, "That is exquisite joke writing."
there you go.
Come and see the show and you'll find out which joke.
That is what I want to know. I'm desperate to know that now. Right, before we wrap it up, then let's do the official part, the admin side of things. Where, when, how can we get tickets? All the usual stuff.
So you go to the Ed Fringe website or the Ed Fringe app. The show is called Anyone for Tennis. Nice and easy at the beginning of if you're looking at the physical book, it's nice and easy at the beginning. It's at Hoots in room 4 on the Apex Hotel on Grassmarket. It's at 12:30. Starting on Friday the 1st, going all the way to the 23rd. I've got a couple of Mondays off, but you'll see that if you try and book the tickets.
That's amazing. Listen, thank you so much for taking the time.